Consumer Reports just dropped their annual reliability survey, and the results are brutal for a dozen SUVs sitting on dealer lots right now. We are talking about vehicles that real owners drove for real miles and then reported real problems. Everything from engine failures and transmission nightmares to electrical gremlins that make a $40,000 or $50,000 purchase feel like a very expensive mistake. These are not obscure edge cases. These are patterns showing up across thousands of vehicles. And if you are shopping for an SUV in the next few months, this list could save you from a very painful decision. We are going through all 12, starting from the least bad and working all the way down to the one that Consumer Reports calls the single worst reliability offender in the entire segment right now. Number 12, the GMC Acadia. The Acadia kicks off this list, and honestly, its problems are concentrated in one area that hurts more than most people expect. The third-generation Acadia moved to a smaller turbocharged four-cylinder as the base engine, and owners have been vocal about two things: turbo lag under hard acceleration and a rough, inconsistent transmission that hesitates before downshifting when you actually need power. For a family hauler, that hesitation feels unsettling. On top of that, Consumer Reports flags electrical system complaints and a persistent pattern of issues with the infotainment and driver assistance features not cooperating with each other. The Acadia is not a disaster, but when you are spending close to $45,000 and cross-shopping against the Kia Telluride or Hyundai Palisade, those reliability gaps become very difficult to ignore. Number 11. The Chevrolet Equinox. The Equinox has been one of the best-selling compact SUVs in America for years, so its showing up here is worth paying attention to. The core issue is the turbocharged engine, specifically oil consumption and turbo system wear happening earlier in the ownership cycle than it should. Consumer Reports found below-average scores in the engine and cooling categories for recent model years, and owners have reported check engine lights appearing before 30,000 miles, which is a red flag no matter how you spin it. The ride and interior quality have gotten better, and the value proposition on paper looks solid, but a pattern of premature drivetrain wear on a vehicle, this popular means a lot of families are going to feel this problem eventually. If you do like it, take it for an extended test drive and budget for potential powertrain visits sooner than the window sticker would suggest. If this kind of research is useful to you, hit that like button right now and subscribe so you never miss when we drop data like this. Okay, let us keep going. Number 10, the Mazda CX-90. This one is going to surprise a lot of people because Mazda has built an excellent reliability reputation over the years. The CX-90 is a newer, larger three-row SUV, and the problem is that larger, more complex platforms introduce more things that can go wrong, and this one has not had enough time on the road to prove itself. Consumer Reports gives it a predicted reliability score that falls below average, with early owner reports flagging issues with the plug-in hybrid powertrain specifically. Software integration between the electric motor and gas engine, unexpected charging errors, and some drive mode inconsistencies. The base turbocharged six-cylinder is smoother, but even that version has seen electrical and technology component complaints in its first ownership year. Mazda will likely iron these out, but right now you are taking a gamble that you should not have to take at this price point. Number 9. The Jeep Wrangler. The Wrangler is an icon. Nobody argues that. But Consumer Reports has flagged it consistently for reliability problems, and the data does not lie. The most common complaints center on the powertrain, specifically the 8-speed automatic transmission, which has a known issue with harsh shifting and in some cases, unexpected lurching during low-speed maneuvers. Owners also report water leaks from the removable doors and roof, which should not be a surprise given the design, but the frequency is high enough that Consumer Reports treats it as a systemic issue rather than isolated incidents. The in-cabin technology has improved but still generates complaints, and some 2026 owners have reported check engine lights and powertrain warning flags within the first few thousand miles. For people who actually take Wranglers off-road, some reliability trade-off is understood. But if you are buying one primarily as a street vehicle, you are accepting a lot of known issues for that badge. Number 8. The Ford Explorer. The Explorer is one of the most recognizable names in the SUV world, and it has had a rough few years from a reliability standpoint. Consumer Reports consistently scores it below average, with the biggest problem areas being the electrical system and the in-car technology. The infotainment system has been a recurring source of frustration, with owners reporting freezing screens, Bluetooth disconnections, and the Ford Co-Pilot Assist features behaving unpredictably. There are also reports of issues with the rear climate control system and persistent rattles and squeaks from the third row area that develop within the first year of ownership. Ford has made updates to address some of these, but the pattern is persistent enough that Consumer Reports still flags the Explorer as a vehicle to approach with caution. Given that rivals like the Hyundai Santa Fe and Kia Sorento have pulled ahead on reliability, Ford has real work to do here. Number 7. The Jeep Grand Cherokee. Yes, Jeep shows up twice. And the Grand Cherokee's presence here tells you something important about where the brand is right now. The Grand Cherokee scores below average across multiple reliability categories in the Consumer Reports data, with the biggest concerns around the infotainment system, specifically the Uconnect software crashing or freezing during regular use, and electrical system gremlins affecting everything from the power liftgate to the adaptive cruise control. Stellantis has been slow to address these through over-the-air updates, which frustrates owners who expected a near-luxury experience for $50,000 plus. There are also ongoing reports about transmission behavior in the four-cylinder turbo models being uneven, with some owners describing it as hunting for gears in city traffic. The Grand Cherokee still has genuine off-road chops and a nice interior in the upper trims, but the reliability score makes it a hard sell against Toyota and Hyundai alternatives at similar price points. Number 6. The Ford Bronco. The Bronco had one of the most hyped relaunches in automotive history, and while the off-road capability is real, the reliability problems have followed it from the start. Consumer Reports gives the Bronco a well below average reliability score, citing issues with the removable roof panels causing wind noise and water intrusion, the APIM module which can overheat and knock out your touchscreen for several minutes while driving, and ongoing complaints about the manual transmission variant grinding in certain gear changes. The ride quality on paved roads is stiff and tiring on longer drives, and fuel economy is poor enough that daily driver costs add up fast. The most concerning pattern is not any single issue, but the consistency of complaints across model years, which suggests Ford has not fully solved the root causes. At nearly $50,000 for a well-equipped trim, that reliability track record is a serious problem. Real quick, if you want more content like this, subscribe and hit the bell. We do this kind of deep dive every week, and it is completely free. Number 5. The Jeep Wagoneer. The Wagoneer is Jeep's attempt at a full-size luxury SUV, and the ambition is clear in the design and feature list. The execution is another story. Consumer Reports owners' survey data shows persistent problems with the infotainment system, which is one of the most feature-loaded in the segment, but also one of the most prone to glitches. Owners report random reboots of the screen mid-drive, voice commands that fail to register, and issues with the wireless phone integration dropping connections. There are also reports of suspension noise on rough roads developing earlier than expected, and the 8-speed transmission in some configurations showing a hesitation pattern, similar to what owners of the Grand Cherokee have described. For a vehicle that starts around $60,000 and climbs well past $80,000 in higher trims, these are not acceptable compromises. The Wagoneer looks impressive in photos and showrooms, But Consumer Reports data suggests the experience of actually owning one is meaningfully more frustrating than the sticker price implies. Number 4. The Volkswagen Atlas. The Atlas is VW's three-row family SUV, and it has had reliability struggles since its introduction. Consumer Reports scores it below average, with particular concerns around the electrical system, the infotainment software, and body hardware. Owners report squeaks and rattles developing relatively quickly, issues with the panoramic sunroof mechanism, and persistent software bugs in the Discover Pro infotainment system that VW has been slow to fix through updates. The turbocharged four-cylinder base engine has also generated complaints about hesitation and roughness under certain load conditions, and some owners of the V6 version have noted transmission shudder during acceleration. The Atlas has a spacious and well-designed interior, and it drives reasonably well when everything is working. But the reliability data suggests that getting everything to work consistently is the challenge. At its price point, the Toyota Highlander and Kia Telluride both offer a significantly better ownership experience, according to the same Consumer Reports data. Number 3. The Nissan Pathfinder. The Pathfinder is a vehicle that many families have trusted for decades, which makes its current reliability standing genuinely disappointing. Consumer Reports flags it with a below-average score, and the headline problem is Nissan's continuously variable transmission, which has a documented history of issues across multiple models and multiple years. When a CVT fails in a Pathfinder, repair costs can reach $5,500 or more, and the failure pattern tends to emerge between 80,000 and 120,000 miles, which is right in the heart of the second ownership window. Nissan has extended warranties on CVTs in some cases, but the underlying engineering problem has not been solved. On top of that, owners report infotainment system slowness, climate control malfunctions, and some reports of engine hesitation during cold starts. The Pathfinder offers decent space and a comfortable ride, but the CVT issue alone is enough to push most informed buyers toward a Toyota Highlander or Honda Pilot. Number 2. The Range Rover. The Range Rover is one of the most visually stunning vehicles on the road, and it carries a status that few other vehicles can match. It is also, according to Consumer Reports, one of the least reliable vehicles you can buy at any price. The problems span almost every category: electrical systems, powertrain, technology components, body hardware, and air suspension, which is a critical system on these vehicles and one of the most expensive to repair when it fails. Owners report that the air suspension issues can arrive within the first 2 years of ownership, and replacement costs can exceed $5,000 per axle at a dealer. The infotainment system, while visually impressive, generates consistent complaints about freezing, slow response, and features not working as advertised. Land Rover dealers have historically had longer service wait times than most brands, which means that when something goes wrong, you might be without your vehicle for weeks. At a starting price of around $100,000 and a fully loaded price that pushes toward $150,000, a reliability record this poor is genuinely inexcusable. And number 1, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Consumer Reports does not just flag the Stelvio. They call it one of the worst reliability performers across all vehicles, not just SUVs. Every category that Consumer Reports tracks shows problems: the turbocharged four-cylinder engine, the ZF 8-speed transmission, the electrical system, the infotainment, even the body hardware and climate controls. Owners describe a vehicle that feels genuinely exciting to drive and then genuinely exhausting to own. The driving dynamics are legitimately excellent. The steering is sharp, and the turbocharged inline-4 makes real horsepower. But the ownership experience is undermined constantly by electrical gremlins, infotainment reboots, and a powertrain that generates more dealer visits per year than almost anything else in the segment. Alfa Romeo dealers are also less common than most brands, which means service wait times can stretch into weeks. For around $50,000, you are essentially paying a premium for the driving experience, while accepting a penalty in everything else. Consumer Reports places the Stelvio at the very bottom of the midsize SUV reliability rankings, and the owner data backs that up completely. So there you have it. 12 SUVs that Consumer Reports has flagged with real reliability problems, backed by real owner data, from a $12,000 compact to a six-figure luxury truck. If this helped you narrow down your search or avoid a costly mistake, smash that like button and subscribe to AutoWorth. We go through this data every week so you can walk into a dealership knowing exactly what you are buying. See you in the next one.